Welcome back to Stirge Trivia. This is Stirge, kicking it on planet Toulon. At least for a little while I'm going to be kicking it here, just having some fun. Thought I would, I know I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks. Life has been happening, been sick and recovered. You know, those are the things that just happen normally. Catch cold, it sucks for a few days, and then you get back into it. Then you get another one, then you gotta do the thing. But I was going to talk a little bit about mining, specifically how mining resources actually pool, and how you can use an F101 and be very, very successful. But also, well, I've been missing my man Dorky. He hasn't been posting videos for a while, so I'm gonna show a little Dorky fun later as well. And I do want to talk about the new update here with the actual update with the loot system, which I think is actually pretty cool too. So we'll do this all with a little bit of background mining going on, but I do want to point out, for those who have said, hey, Sturge, you can't really be successful with an F101, and who watch my streams and videos and say, you're dropping improperly, your overlap is too much. I want to say, hey, you'll notice in many of my videos, and if you watch my Twitch streams, you'll see actually I have a little plan here. I think that on certain planets and in certain instances, when you drop with a lot of overlap, you get a lot of hits in an area, as you can see on the radar down to the bottom right there. That's not very many double drops in this area to get that many hits, and that's definitely overlap. So if you think you can't be successful with an F101 and you think you have to drop 110 meters or whatever away, maybe you should take the time and check out some of the stuff I'm throwing down here, because I don't think you have to do that at all. Not even remotely. And also, it's not just Lootius being really nice to me, or me getting really lucky. It actually has to do with knowing how to utilize your tools, the F101 in this instance, and know what resources are available where, and in what size. And I think they always occur in pools, just like these 3 hits right here. And look, I'm just running around Pit North, and every pool has a certain value. Specifically right here, ooh, there's some Karut. Specifically, these pools right here have roughly a 6 pedant value. And that seems pretty normal, but most pools on certain other planets like Arcadia, border mining on Arcadia, they might have as much as 8 ped value per pool. And the pool, I mean, being all the different finds that you would find in a particular area. And I think that isn't Lootius doing it to you. I think that's just really being savvy and knowing not to over mine an area by just keep dropping probes. One last thing I want to bring up is being really savvy by paying attention to not only the tool, the finder that someone is using and mining with, but also where they're mining, what depth they're hitting at, and what resource they're hitting. I got inspired by Dorky mining in hell with an F101, and I use an F101 all the time now, and am very, very successful. In fact, I profit a lot from using an F101 and not an F105 or a Terramaster 4. Just like that right there. 81 pedant zircon stone. And I anticipated that kind of being in this area because zircon occurs in a pretty shallow depth, and you don't need an amplifier to hit really good finds if you've got the skills and the tools and you know what to do with them and you know where you are and what you're doing. So that's my Lootius moment. As mentioned earlier, I was saying, well, I really miss Dorky and his cool drawings, actually, because his Lootius drawings were some of the coolest ones I have ever seen. So I did my best here at my Lootius rendition here with a loot wand or loot turd or whatever it is, and Buchan's blade. And that's my Lootius rendition there. And then, of course, it's a little homage to the Dr. Pepper for calling me the Green Pickle all the time, the flying Green Pickle. And yes, I will stream more. Now that our man Bunker 3 isn't streaming any longer, yeah, we're going to have to come up with something, right? The Green Pickle and Lootius. Wow, what a good time. But that was my little homage to Dorky over at Dorky TV, and the link will be down in the description for Dorky TV. I wish you would go over there and watch some of his videos. They're a blast. So I flew over to the next island from Toulon last night. Just because, you know, I thought it would be fun. Do some mining. And do a little more of my pool mining. I'm going to go out to this sort of phallic-looking area off the Enchanted Waterfall. I'm going to try to do some mining out here. And I'm pretty certain it's going to be just Listerium and crude oil throughout this area, which is fine. All I care about really is the TT value here at the end of the phallus. All I care about is TT value, because with an F101, the decay is a pack per drop, and if I can come out just a little bit ahead, then I can do other daily missions, like the daily Lesser Lycia challenge, with all the Listerium that I pick up. That's probably what I'm going to do with this. And, like I said, I already know the outcome of this. It's going to come out about 5 ped ahead. But you could start to see on the radar, it's starting to pool up real nicely out here. Don't get one big hit like we did on Toulon, but that's okay. But the one thing I wanted to point out was the new update, and how now in the system box you get the actual text for the things that the resources that you're getting. So I'll go over the digging up of those resources in just a second. But you can see now that you get the dialogue, the actual text, and that means that's being put out to a file. So there's an output file for the text, and you can actually take that text now and create your own, basically an app that says, okay, you hit this resource and at this particular location, and you know you can get that from the deed, and then it tells you what it is and how big it is, and then when you dig it up, it tells you how much you dug up. So there's no need now for everyone to use another third-party application like Little Big Mining Log or that which Forgo has come up with. So that means you don't actually have to give your mining data to someone else. I think it's really great that those entities that Forgo and certainly the Little Big Mining Log, Ido and Little Big Mining Log have put out. I know that King of Aces is championing that right now because of a lot of new updates and so forth. That's great. But if you don't want to give your mining data to someone else, you can actually code your own app at this particular point to pick up all the text data that is now available from the new update. It's kind of funny, what you used to have to do to get that information was to build a little text box here, and then just that way you had a background to have a program that could actually read the text from the screen. Then whenever you hit something, you went to dig it up, let's say like this Listerium right here, then what you had to do was just capture the newest information in the text box. That highlights it better so that any capture program can see it and read it and then turn that into actual letters and numbers and then use that data to calculate each find for you. We don't have to do that anymore. The text file is readable and you got the output. Quick switching of gears. I always wanted a boat. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted a boat in this game. That's really it. I just want a boat. I think that's going to be my new goal for 2022 is just to get a boat and then just drive around a lot, you know, and waste oil and things like that, because I think I look pretty handsome in a boat. This is a nice black and white boat. It's got a hole in the side of it when you look at it from this angle, but not from the other angle. Stirge just wants a boat. Now it wouldn't be a Stirge Tropia video if I didn't climb to the highest place on this planet and look out over the vistas and talk about something else in the video. That just sort of seems to be my way. But I was going to follow up on the dorky way of doing things and talk about deed and share payouts. This is the Arcadia Moon deed payouts for the last month or so. You can see it's pretty much standard, 1 peck per deed. Back there in October 3rd, there's 2 peck per Arcadia Moon deed. Woohoo! Arcadia Moon deed's on fire! Quick look here at ancient Greece shares. Yes, they are tradable. To all those who say, those aren't tradable. Yes, they are. They're totally tradable. Still. And they're even selling for 20 peck less than the 10 peck that you can buy on the Entropia Universe website. But let's look at Crystal Palace, because I think Crystal Palace is one of the best. It usually pays 1 peck per share. Every once in a while it pays 2 peck per share. And you can see down here in September 27th, it paid 3 peck per share. pretty much the best investment in Entropy Universe is the Crystal Palace Space Station shares, I guess they're called. Ancient Greece shares. Well, I've only owned them for, 5 weeks now. And for the most part, they're paying every 7 days at a peck per share, which is great. I know I made that investment video, and there was a little bit of pushback on that. Hey, the proof's in the pudding. If they're paying every 7 to 8, 9 days, not any longer, this is still a reasonably good investment. And at a peck per share, that's still pretty darn good. So I think that wraps that up. I don't have any other deeds. I don't have Arcadia Underground deeds or Calypso Land deeds, which is too bad. I'd like to be able to show those as well. But that's the end of my dorky segment. I don't have any other cool drawings to show you. I certainly wish I did. So let's wrap it up. The best thing to do is drop a mining probe all the way on top of this hill, see if we get a hit. That would be kind of cool if we did. As a general rule, you don't get hits up way up high like this. It's just too crazy. But it would be really exciting if we got a global, and we didn't. We got some Alicennes liquid. That's alright. I appreciate everyone watching. Next week will be episode 6 of the Beginner's Crafting Guide series, so be looking for that, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is Stirge signing off. Ciao.